All right, so this #1 featherweight contender is no stranger to this setting. Tonight, though, he believes he's just a much better version of himself and finally has the goods and the chops to actually be a world champion.
Sometimes you get there, John, and you're just not ready. It's not easy to become the best in the world. The first time this man got here, he was a great fighter. He was good, but he just wasn't ready to be the best in the world. He said that the moment he got back home, he went to work to improve it. It feels like all the improvements were made. And tonight, he is the best featherweight the UFC has.
And it does seem as though we have taken two-way action on this fight, but a lot of people believe in the challenger. And I'm not just talking about his coaches. We'll see how it goes tonight. Well, how good is this budding featherweight contender, if not future world champion, Movsar Evloev? He has passed every UFC test, largely with flying colors. Hasn't really shown anything resembling an MMA weakness. His appetite for knowledge is otherworldly. He is honing his skills every day at the American top team in South Florida. And if you can keep your O and win while you learn, as he did against Diego Lopez when he was challenged and threatened and nearly finished several times over, that's about as good as it gets. So Movsar Evloev spins it forward here tonight. Many people believe if he wins this fight, his next fight, if not for a world title, will at the very least be a title eliminator in a UFC main event. All right, with that, both fighters have now graced the octagon. They will lock the door behind them, ready to go with a crazy fight here at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. And now our tale of the tape for this featherweight championship fight. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, the Korean Zombie, Jung. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, UFC featherweight champion of the world, Movsar Evloev.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one. All right, so here's the Korean Zombie, Jung, as we get ready to go here round one. He's got a lot of late finishes, but not afraid to get the opponent out of there early. Second fastest knockout in UFC history against Mark Hominick, to his credit. We'll see if Jung gets out of the chute quickly tonight. Looking to land the right just out of range. And a nice job at least staying upright on that. Again, going back to the jab just out of range. Well, nice job there to use his opponent's offense against him as he lands the counter hook. Nice strike there by Movsar Evloev.
It won't take many of those.
Are working on the ground here. His opponent's feet on the hips. Postures up and lands a brutal strike to the head. Well, the Korean Zombie's back in full guard. Oh, nice job to split his guard and get the ground strike home again.
Nice shots landing from the top position.
Jung getting worked here from the top. You don't want to take too many more of these ground and pound strikes.
And there you go, again, half guard. These are big shots, and they're not glancing blows. When he's throwing, he is landing so clean that his head is thudding off the mat.
All right, dominant position for him here, full mount. If you're the bottom fighter, better start moving those hips, DC.
Oh, you got to start moving those hips. What you should do initially, right, is start to push at the knees. Push at the hips, create some distance. Shrimp is trying to recollect half guard. Half guard sucks, but it's much better than being mounted fully by your opponent.
Standing over his opponent here and making these strikes count. Beautiful sequence there.
And now he's attempting to choke.
Oh, he's in trouble here, DC.
He's got the triangle with a lot of pressure going down on his opponent. He's raining down ground and pound. If he doesn't move on the bottom, he's going to get finished.
Looks like the referee could step in here. Under a minute now to go. All right, good job by him there to raise the guard and protect his head.
He's doing a good job of keeping the guard high, blocking his head, making sure he's not taking those damaging strikes up top. Oh, nice little right hook there.
Oh, he lands another strike to the face. He's had a huge strike right there. I'm not sure how many more of these his opponent can take.
Massive shot that he landed. Great job.
Big shots being landed on both sides here.
Oh, right hand.
What a round!
Stop.
Take a seat, brother. That was great. Good round. You controlled that round everywhere. Okay, you almost got that submission now. You need to be a little bit sharper.
All right, let's look back at some of the action, DC. Your good friend Mark Coleman, the godfather of the ground and pound, would be proud.
He'd be very proud. He'd be very proud with the way that he showed his ability to use his ground and pound. He didn't waste any action. He did everything he needed to do. He was able to posture. He was able to control wrist. He did everything perfectly in his approach in that ground and pound sequence.
All right, second round underway. Straight punch. Jung presses forward and lands the Korean Zombie, going for it as usual here tonight, DC. Well, at this point, you got to think he's got to start to mix things up a bit more. At this point, he's worked the head to great effect, but get some strikes to the midsection. Try to slow your opponent down.
That knee hurt him.
Well, the most significant stat in this fight has been
the biggest shot that he's landed all night. A massive uppercut land.
Big right hand there.
Oh, that was a really nice takedown. Just because he got taken down doesn't mean he ain't gonna punch. Lands a beautiful strike from the bottom.
Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now.
Oh, he's got to be careful there, yep.
Oh, now looking to posture up, and he lands a big head strike. Nicely done there by Movsar Evloev. Another ground and pound strike gets home. If you're the bottom fighter, DC, what do?
You got to move, you got to shrimp, you got to get up on a hip to try to move your opponent off of you or pull him down to close the space. Look at that. Recognize he's about to lose position.
All right, looks like he's got a couple hooks in here, DC, and defensively, you better be careful. Evloev's right back to the full mount.
Oh, he got to his spot.
Good movement on the ground here defensively by the Korean Zombie.
Nice shot there by the champ.
All right, a good ground and pound by him here, certainly staying busy, and not just busy, but effective. Takes his back now.
Now he's going full mount.
Nicely done. Evloev's back in full mount. 30 seconds to go. Well, this is exactly what you like to see. Nice combination of ground and pound punches, outstanding pressure and activity.
Referee will help you here. Just as the referee will never take a guy out of mountain, they will not take a guy off of your back.
Oh! 10 minutes in the can.
Take a seat. Deep breath. Good. Relax. Take a drink of water and listen. All right, man. I want you to set those kicks up.
All right, we now take a look back at some of the highlights from that last round, DC. A lot for the replay guys to choose from.
I mean, these guys are going to be very busy trying to find what replay to show you guys. Lands on both sides of the octagon. Both guys fought great. What a phenomenal round.
You ready to fight? You ready?
Here we go, third round of this championship fight. Oh, hook to the head by the Korean Zombie. Offensive fight, nice job to block the shot there.
Hands going, taking for a ride. Nice double leg, nice finish. Very active off of his back. Lands a beautiful strike from the bottom. He's doing a really good job of putting himself in position.
All right, feet on the hips here. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. The Korean Zombie's back in full guard now. Lands with the ground and pound here. Oh, his ground and pound is on full display here tonight. Evloev's back in half guard. He's very comfortable here.
There it is. Now he's on the mount.
Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
Setting up a sub here. Oh, he's got it locked in.
He's got that arm triangle deep. Oh, he's got the choke. He's got the choke. It's over. It's over.
Yeah, Page and Alexio let it. Somehow he got out, though.
Great job clearing the hips, facing, and getting out of that Ezekiel choke attempt.
All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position. Lands the ground and pound strike. Well, you see all the grappling repetitions here. Just beautiful movement, seamless transitions on the ground.
Over and over, these guys are doing things that you see in every jiu-jitsu gym around the country.
Oh, these ground strikes are just brutal. Oh, heavy shots continue to rain down.
Gotta be careful there. That was a slick transition.
Continuing to work out of the half guard. All right, north-south position now, DC. We'll see how he chooses to advance from here. All right, so he can't get it here again. Good awareness by the defensive fighter. Evloev's back to the north-south. Really good job to land these strikes from top position. All right, that's 3 rounds in the books. We are headed to the championship rounds.
You need to snap out of it. You're taking too much damage. You have to start defending yourself, or I'm going to stop the fight. You got to keep your hands up. Use your...
All right, so there's the horn. That means it's the end of the round, and a lot of good offensive wrestling work from him over those previous 5 minutes.
I mean, great offensive wrestling. Every time he changed levels and got to his opponent's legs, he was able to secure the takedown. Let's see what type of fatigue his opponent will carry into the next round.
All right, here's round 4, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. That's as big a strike as he has landed thus far tonight.
Big, massive shot lands. Look at how tough his opponent is, though. Still standing, still in their fight. Big knee lands.
Immediately gets the underhook. Fighter separates from the clinch. Well, he rocked him, but couldn't finish him.
He rocked him, he hurt him bad. He couldn't find that one shot to close the door. Could not shut the lights off. And now, he's past the time to find that shot again.
All right, so perhaps he's going to have to address something defensively. There is a legitimate cut around his eye.
Yeah, he got cut on the eye from that last strike. He's got to pay attention now before it gets worse.
Oh, now gets an underhook to get a more dominant position. Stuffs the takedown, no problem. And they separate. Well, big strike lands.
Big strike lands. Now he looks to try to chase down that finish.
A big left hand there inside.
He's going to guillotine. Yup, that guillotine's deep.
Oh, so how about that position over submission as he bails on the sub?
I think that's a great job. You've got to make sure you don't end up in a worse position because you're trying to score a submission.
And now he's got the back. Oh, excellent pressure here from top position by Evloev.
Oh, right into mount. He's trying to get to a half guard at least, at minimum. You cannot sit in this position. Referee will have no choice but to stop the fight.
Oh, he's landed a high number of total strikes here in the latter stages of this fight. He's really picked up the pace and landing far more strikes than he did in previous rounds. And Jung's nose is bleeding now, so we'll see how he handles that adversity, but nothing ideal about it here in the middle of this fight. Oh, single collar tie here. The Korean zombie.
Oh, stuck in the guillotine. That guillotine is very tight. Very smart there. You never favor submission over another position.
Huge elbow there. Might get the TKO here.
Oh, now he's attacking arm triangle.
Oh, tense moment here. That arm triangle's tight.
Great job maintaining position over submission. Very smart. Great fight IQ.
Can't get it. Good awareness by the defensive fighter. Horn sounds for the end of round 4. All right, so the round is over, and you see the cut man not wasting any time as the fighter makes his way back to the stool. The cut man will try to shut that cut on the bridge of his nose and prevent it from becoming a factor here moving forward. So the crowd voicing its appreciation after that round. We had a knockdown courtesy of a punch midway through. DC, here's your highlight.
It was straight. He threw him in combination and landed that big punch that really did hurt his opponent. Lesser men would have been done. He's got a tough guy in front of him. He will have to go back to this. Again, he will have to get back to this action if he wants to get the desired finish.
You ready to fight? Ready.
So here it is, folks, 5th and final round. Well, you didn't see a lot of the body work from him in the earlier rounds, but he's certainly getting after it here. Big shot to the body connects there. We'll see if he can follow it up. Connection by him, and that'll do it!
Oh, my goodness!
Yeah, that was just a gorgeous shot to end the fight right there. I'm not even sure the opponent really saw it coming. So back to the drawing board for him, but for the winner, this is certainly exactly what he was looking for here tonight. The official decision is in. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 22 seconds of round number 5. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC featherweight champion of the world, Movsar Evloev.
All right, so there he is, came in the champion, and he will exit that way as well, the UFC's king at 145 pounds. This dude might be the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world.
He may just be the best fighter